this. So the first question is all about misconceptions and myths. I think we've already even started to touch on some of them as we've heard some of your responses to even how you got into high ticket sales here. But I'd love to hear just your experiences of what you've noticed to be the biggest misconceptions and myths that entrepreneurs have about high ticket sales. Right.
I feel like I just went, but I want to go again.
You went last, your turn to go first, Laura.
Either way, I just get really excited about these things. So I think the biggest one that I hear is something to the effect of no one will be able to afford this or no one can pay for it. And what I just want to tell is a little story, because I love sales by stories as well, is one of my beloved clients has a membership site, and it's a nice low ticket, high volume. It's a good model for her. And she's been selling some mid-range items and things that are between 2,000 and maybe 6,000, and it's going okay. And one of the things that we came to was her desire to have a different level of spaciousness between launches so that she wasn't in the constant hustle grind, and to really make some change. And I came to her and I presented this possibility for a $26,000 mastermind for her. And when we talked about it, she got all the way lit up, all connected in possibility. There's 8 gorgeous women. And then all of a sudden she shut down and said, people are paying me like $14 for a membership. No one's going to buy at this rate. And so the myth that I helped her dispel, side note, she's already selling. She's put 2 people into this program. I think there's a 3rd person that she's talking to tomorrow. Like, we just got this going, is that there are people around you who are actually not buying your low ticket because they want high ticket. And I think that's the counterintuitive way to look at it. I still remember one of my beloved clients who she came to me and she was referred, but when she spoke to me, she said, Laura, I only want to know, what is your highest ticket premium rate? I know who I am and I know how I want to receive. And I promise you, if she had been referred to me and I had something tiny to sell, the possibility of her buying actually wasn't going to happen. So I just want to burst that myth that even if you sell what you might consider a lower ticket, there are people out there who legitimately, the way they want to receive is through a premium vehicle. And I don't care what size your list is, there are people out there who want to buy from you. They will buy what you choose to sell.
I love that. Might be my newest tagline. They will buy what you want to sell. Drop the mic on that one. Who else wants to share a myth or misconception they've seen people battling? Renee?
Ooh, me. Off of what Laura said, because their list, right? I hear this all the time, but Renee, my list isn't big enough. I work with a lot of funnel builders who are, because that's what they do for other people, they believe that that is the only way to sell. And she said, there are people around you right now that are ready, but aren't going to buy that $37 or $3,000 thing because that's not the vehicle they want to receive. So just to say this out loud, there are people everywhere, literally everywhere. If you have 100 people, I had 100 people on my email list when I made my first 6 figures online. I thought, it was like, why isn't everybody doing this? What's happening? What's going on? Why do people try to keep building their list? They're climbing over, and I think Cassie and I had this conversation. They're literally climbing over their own leads, like stepping on them to get to this next $37 volume play. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a volume play, but we're going to talk about high ticket and how you can wholly and fully give in that way. And until they have. So the story that I have is she reads tarot cards. Okay. This one beautiful and amazing client. I've been a client of hers for years, started working with her when my mom passed away. And I think the first 5 sessions, I just cried. I really could receive what she was sharing with me. And she's been selling a membership for $27 a month. And I finally convinced her to do a certification because she has like the equivalent of a PhD in energy work. And you have a question that says like, hold on a second, we grab it out of this one encyclopedia. Oh, on page 27, how it says here, I'm like, you are too brilliant, too brilliant. And so she just opened up her certification, one email out to her list of, I think she has 700 people on her email list, 4 sales right away, $4,000 for 3 months. She was like, I'm like, see, can I tell you I told you so yet? I don't want to tell you I told you so. But this is, so if you are listening to this now or in the future, I encourage you, please, another stamp in that passport, please offer another vehicle, because it's highly likely there are people literally around you waiting for it. So I had to say it. Thanks.
No, I think and we all need to hear the reminder. I think someone else wanted to share another story. Cassie?
I'll add to this. And one of the things that I always love to tell the people that we coach is no one will buy the offer you don't make, right? So I feel like we've all echoed that. And the thing about it is premium and high ticket, like I had internal issues with high ticket. So, we talk about no one will buy. I didn't really necessarily have that coming into the choices because that was just the way that I served. I wanted to go deep with my clients. I wanted long-term relationships. So lifetime value of a client was always really high. Retention rate was always high for me in every single business I've ever started. And this is just because I love people. But it never really, like, the light bulb didn't go off that this is a premium service. It was just, I cared about results. But it when you look at premium, like it should minimize overwhelm and confusion for our clients, right? It should feel like the easy button for them, and like it should feel effortless for us. And that's where a lot of people don't put a lot of value, and they don't think that it's a premium offer. So internal for me, I had to wrestle with the demons of high ticket is just for greedy bastards and like those slippery salesmen that just wanted to get one over on someone. And it was those high pressure sales that I had experienced until I realized I could do it my way. And everyone has echoed that you can do it your way. You can stand in integrity. You can have a conversation with someone. You do not have to emotionally manipulate to get a yes and then have like butterflies in the pit of your stomach, hoping they don't change their mind because of the contract they just sold. It's about the alignment with the person and the results that they want, and your equal and matched commitment to the results on each side. So like, I just wanted to kind of talk about the internal. And it's just one of those things. I have a principle now where it's like you match or exceed my energy and my commitment, or we do not work together. And it's not to make someone feel bad or guilty or not ready, but all of those slippery sales tactics and things like that, that made me feel icky about even playing in the high ticket space. I didn't even want to talk about high ticket. I didn't even want to be associated with that, because of the people who abused it. But you can do it with integrity and alignment when you have that commitment. And usually it's because you have such integrity and commitment. That's why you're feeling squirmy about it. So I would just challenge you to go deeper and realize you can do it your way. You can make your own rules. You can stand for something that the marketplace, it doesn't even take much, that the marketplace is begging for. It's that honesty and integrity and commitment to results like nobody else. And you will never, 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 it solves this problem of the first myth. You will never be short of client referrals and people knocking down your door because they want that commitment of excellence.
I'm so glad you brought up this internal piece, because that's definitely something, honestly, I've struggled with it. I've seen so many, especially women, I think even more than men, where we're more likely to struggle with the internal piece. And the way you framed this, that sales can and ought to come from integrity, and that when you even feel some of the internal discomfort, to tap into that deep sense of integrity. That's a message that I think we all need to hear. I think Carrie had something to add on to this, and then Marcella after that.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest myths, and it's piggybacking off what Laura said earlier, is that a lot of times they feel like they're just not ready. They're like, I'm new to this, I'm not ready. I think I need to get a certification before I go do this. I needed more clients. And I always tell people, your life skills, the things that you've been doing, is what makes you qualified. You don't need to get a certification. You don't need to do all these things. Some cases, yes, it's necessary. If you're like therapists and stuff, yes, get your certification. But in a lot of cases, it's not. Like, and it's what she said, like, your worth is not connected to the price that you pay. I think for me, that was like my biggest thing, because I was like, I was looking at my time and I was like, well, it doesn't take me long, so I shouldn't charge enough. I shouldn't charge that much. But for the moment that I realized the results that I created for people and what those results actually did, I was like, I need to charge more, because like literally, like we just had a client, like she grew like to 50,000 followers in a month. And she's like, and then now she's about to have a 100K launch on the back of it. And she's like, Carrie, how much money do I need to send you? I was like, bring it on. But it's because, it's that like, I know that what I do is powerful, and that's why I charge those prices. I think that's the biggest thing that I want people to take. What you do is powerful. No one can put a price on what you do, on who you are. Like, you are literally priceless. Exactly what Laura said. You are completely priceless. Like, what you do, your prices are based off your results. And the moment that you realize that, like, I feel like that's where the magic happens, and that's where life changes.
Well said. Thank you. Marcella, you're up next.
Yes. So one of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of online service providers feel about premium prices is that they need to over deliver even more than they already are. So these entrepreneurs are feeling tapped out. They're feeling like, well, I'm already doing so much. I'm already delivering so much value. I'm already doing all of this with my course. I'm going live. I'm writing content. So they feel like, where am I going to find the time to show up in my full energy to serve at a higher level? But where they're getting the misconception is when we say higher level, it's not that you are there to handhold every step. No, if anything, you are providing the strategic path to get to the result faster, right? Clients want faster. Clients want, give me the no fluff kind of, how do I get my results? Not 12 months from now, although we are seeing 12-month packages, like all these programs, 12 months. Yes, that's all and great if you want passive income, consistent income. But at the end of the day, clients want results in max 3 months, right? People want to see, not to say that we're supposed to have like all of the answers, but at the end of the day, you don't have to over deliver. What you need to deliver is on one major result. You can promise one major result, and as long as you can deliver on that, and that also comes with the client meeting you halfway, because you can't deliver when somebody doesn't show up. So don't take the idea of higher packages mean I need to be up all over the place and have to give. No, if anything, clients want less. Just give me what I need to do right now. Let me know what are the next 3 steps that are going to get me to that next level. So don't shy away from creating a premium package thinking you need to jam pack. I've seen some coaches put so much in there that what you're doing, you're actually causing the person to be like, oh my gosh, this is too much. They want easier. Less is more. And that's
less is more for sure. I think this is where even all of us, we ought to take the lesson from the big luxury brands that we know. What really is luxury? It's not the big box that's full of all the stuff, because exactly to your point, that just causes overwhelm and more stress and more anxiety. Luxury is the minimalism, the perfect, the exact streamlined, exactly what you need. And in this case, to get the results, to get what you want. Nothing less, but nothing more as well.
Yes, perfect.